the fire of awareness. We are coming to you live via Facebook is streaming, YouTube is streaming, and also via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live with Tao streaming, the fire of awareness. If you are really vulnerable, nothing is negative in you, because the negative is your interpretation. Nothing is harmful to you, because the harmful that you consider is your interpretation. If you are really open, then nothing can harm you, because you are welcoming everything. Nothing can be felt as harmful. You feel something is negative and something is harmful because you resist, because you are against it, because there is no acceptance of it. This has to be deeply understood. The enemy exists there outside you because you are protecting yourself against him. The enemy is there because you are not open. If you are open, then the whole existence becomes friendly to you. You are welcoming everything. It cannot be otherwise. It may sound beyond your understanding, but this is the reality. The enemy exists there because you are protecting yourself against him. The enemy is there because you are not open, you are not vulnerable. If you are open, the whole existence becomes friendly to you. The whole existence becomes friendly to you. There is no feeling even that it is friendly, because that feeling can exist only with contrary feeling of enmity. The things always exist in pairs, right and wrong. Because you are not vulnerable to wrong, so you are feeling the present need for right. Let me put it this way. If you are vulnerable, it means you are ready to live in insecurity. Deep down, it means you are ready even to die. You have no conflict with death. Nothing. You will not resist. You will not oppose. You will not stand in the way if death is approaching. If death comes, there is no resistance. You will simply allow it to happen. Each moment, death comes in, life comes in. This is the way things happen. You accept existence in its totality. The totality means life and death exist together. Sin and merit, vice, the good and bad, right and wrong, low and high, all exist in togetherness. It means you are ready to live in insecurity. Deep down, it means you are ready even to die. You will not resist. You will not oppose. You will not stand in its way. If death comes in, there is no resistance. There will be no resistance. You will simply allow it to happen. You accept existence in its totality. But the problem, the despair, the agony is You want to accept life only in part. Then how can you feel it as death? If you deny, then you can feel it as the enemy. If you don't deny, then you can feel it as, if you deny, you will feel it as an enemy. If you do not deny, how can you feel it as enemy? The enemy is created by your denial, by your non-acceptance. The death cannot harm you because the harm comes through your interpretation of that. Your interpretation of this is bad creates the harm in you. Enemy is created by your denial, by your non-acceptance. Death cannot harm you because the harm is your interpretation. Now no one can harm you. It has become impossible. This is the secret of Tao's teachings. Lao Tzu's basic teaching is this: if you accept, the whole existence is with you, it supports you. It cannot be otherwise. If you deny, you create the enemy, you create enmity. The more you deny, the more you will defend, the more you will protect, the more enemies are created. The enemies are your creation. They are not outside. They are within you, deep within. They are part of your psychology. Once you understand this, then this question never arises. You cannot say that I am meditative, I am vulnerable, open. So now, how I have to defend myself against negative vibrations around me? Nothing can be negative now. What does negative mean? Negative means that which you want to deny, that which you do not accept, that which you think is harmful. Then you are not open. Then you are not in meditative state, although you are saying that you are meditative. Meditation means total acceptance. Meditation means total acceptance. Whatsoever it is, you accept as it is. No conflict, nothing there whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever. And the moment you accept everything, all fear vanishes from your mind, from your life. Nothing can exist. The question arises only intellectually. And this is not a question that you have felt within. You have not tasted meditation. You have not known it yet. You simply are thinking. This is a part of your supposition. You suppose, if I meditate and become open, then life will be in insecurity. The negative vibrations will enter me and they will be harmful. Then how can I defend myself? This is a supposed question. Don't bring supposed questions to an awakened one. They are irrelevant, they are futile. Meditate. Meditation is the art, is the way to become open. Meditate, become open, then these questions will not arise in you. Then nothing is negative. And if you think that something is negative, you cannot become open. In the morning, around 4 o'clock, I open my doors and go out to feel the fresh breeze and dispose of the garbage. Every time when my landlady hears, she said, you should not go open the door that hour. There are bandits, people are suspicious character around. So I told her that those suspicious characters and the bandits are in your mind. Your mind is dead. Not for me. They are totally acceptable to me. This is the way meditation does. Meditation makes you open. When you are open, these kind of questions will not arise, because in the very opening, in the very process of being vulnerable, all that is negative disappears. Then nothing is negative. And if you think that something is negative, still, then you are not yet open. The very fear of negative will make you closed. You will create the prison walls around you. You will be closed, you cannot open, and the very fear that something can harm you. How can you become vulnerable to it? How can you be vulnerable of going out alone? That is why I emphasize the fact that unless the fear of death disappears from you, you cannot become vulnerable, you cannot become open. You will remain closed in your own mind, and mind is your prison. You will be imprisoned. But you can go on supposing things, and whatsoever you suppose will be wrong, because mind cannot know anything about meditation. Mind and meditation are poles asunder. It cannot penetrate that realm. Mind cannot penetrate the realm which we know as meditation. When mind ceases completely, only then meditation happens. Entire process of nirvana shatkam is to go beyond the mind. So first you have to go beyond, then you start living. Then you start living. The numbers starts from 1 and end up in 0. Not that it begins with 0. 0 can be before also. In the beginning there was nothing. And that nothing was oneness. What the mind sees as nothingness is oneness. You can go on supposing things, and whatsoever you suppose will be wrong, because the mind cannot know anything about meditation. It cannot even penetrate the outer realm of meditation either. When it ceases completely, meditation happens. The process begins. Meditation happens. Process of living begins. Process of bliss begins. So you cannot suppose anything. You cannot think about it. Either you know it or you do not know it. You cannot think about it that I think it is so. It cannot be. Either you know or you don't know. Be open. And in the very opening of yourself, all the negative in existence disappears for you. Even death is not negative then for you. It is welcoming. Nothing is negative. Your fear creates the very negativity in life. Deep down, you are afraid. Because of that fear, you use security, safety measures. Against those safety measures, beyond those safety measures, enemy exists. Look at this fact that you create the enemy. Existence is not inimical to you. How can it be? How can it be? You belong to it. You belong to the existence. You are a part of it. And existence is an organic unity. It is not good or bad. It is beyond good and bad. It is not right or wrong. It is beyond right and wrong. Existence is beyond duality. And unless you transcend the boundaries of duality, reach the existence which is non-dual, the journey of religion, the journey of meditation, the journey of innerness does not begin. Before that, all that is simply preparation, a foreplay for bliss to happen. Foreplay for bliss to happen. Enough for now. Take care and do have a pleasant day.